So you keep hearing about business models, that it's the hottest topic, that this is where the secret lies, that you should reinvent your business model, that you should find new value for your customers and for your company. But what in the heck are they talking about? And how do you choose a business model that is right for you? That's the subject of today's conversation. Let's go. In the coming years, you and your business will have to face more change than ever before. Hi, Nadia Zhiksimbayeva here from Chief Reinvention Officer. This is the place to be if you want to learn how to turn disruption, crisis, all kind of unpleasant things that are bugging you and your business into your opportunity and the greatest chance. And today we're talking about business models. So much is being written about business models, discussed at business models. I come to conferences everywhere I go. People behave as if everyone understands what in the world are we talking about. What is a business model and how do I choose the one that works best for me, for my business, for my product? So I want to talk to you about 3 steps, 3 specific things that help you answer this very simple question. What business model is right for me? And those 3 steps are understanding your choices, selecting the top choices to test, and then actually testing them. So I will go deeply into each of these 3 steps and make sure that you have resources, free resources, that you can go through the steps productively. So number 1 step that it takes to understand the business model is actually to look at the entire buffet of choices that you have in front of you. And unfortunately, there's not many places where you can see the whole array at one place and be intelligent about your choice. We hear separate ideas here and there, but there is really not that much of a deep dive for the business models. What is a business model? Business model is all the combinations of choices you make around creating value in your business. And there are many different combinations that you can choose. So let me give you an example. You know that I have a product on the market, a book that we call a living book. And we reinvented the concept and the business model around this book because the traditional idea of publishing a book and selling it through the bookstore simply did not match what we were going after. This is a book about speed of change. This is a book about constant reinvention. So we wanted to create something that constantly reinvents. So we went around and we looked at different business models. One of those business models is called crowdfunding. And crowdfunding is the idea that people chip in the resources to invest and finance your development. Another idea that we borrowed, another business model called crowdsourcing. This is where you are sourcing elements of your product from your audience. And we actually have our audience, about 500 people who are co-writing the book for us. Another business model called freemium. And the idea of freemium is that you give part of your product free, but then there are parts of the product you are charging a premium price for. And that's exactly what we do with our book. We give part of the book free. Every release, you can get a free sample, a significant high-value free sample, but then you buy a premium part of the product. So just a second, just in the last minute, I mentioned 3 different business models, but in our own library, we have many more than those 3. So the step number 1 that it takes to choose your business model, the one that's right for you, for your business, for your product, is to understand what are the choices. Luckily, I have a gift for you. You can download a collection of 15 most used, hottest business models that you can get absolutely free. Wherever you're watching this video, just get a link and you will have a full array in front of you. Okay, so you get the link, you download, you look at the 15 different business models together with examples from different industries. Now what? What's step number 2? Step number 2 is to do an intelligent choice. What does it mean to have an intelligent choice? Going through the business models and letting your emotion guide the way is not the most intelligent way forward, right? So what do I suggest? When you download those business models, you have 2 sorting options that come together in that PDF, and I want to speak about this one. You can use this sorting option without ever downloading anything. You can actually use the same trick, the same hack, choosing a dinner, choosing the next place to go on vacation for. It's really an important, intelligent way to choose. So what is this way? I suggest that you assess each business model on two different criteria. One criteria is the impact. How much impact does that business model have if you implement? But that's not enough. Perhaps you are deciding to go into a direction that has high impact, but your company is not ready for it. So the second criteria on which to assess is readiness. You need to make sure that you sort all the different business models laying in front of you, not only in the potential impact that business model has, but also how ready is you, your team, your company to implement that business model. So once you get to the win-win of high impact and high readiness, you have a collection of top choices. So you understand the business models, you make the top selection of the different business models to experiment. Now we come to step number 3. Test them. Test them wildly. Test them before you actually implement. Go and do interviews with potential customers. Actually research a need for that, prototype a new idea, and then test it with the market. So these are the 3 steps that it takes to choose the business model that's right for you. Number 1, understand the options. Number 2, select the best ones using 2 criteria, not just potential impact, but also the readiness of your organization, your team, yourself to implement it. And number 3, test heavily. Do not assume you know the answer. Actually go out and see if the customers are matching the business model selection you have. I hope that's been useful. Make sure you download the 15 business models together with 2 different sorting exercises that you can use right now. And in the comments below, write the favorite business model of the 15 different options that you download. I want to see which business model is trending, which one is giving you energy. So put that in the comments, and I will see you next time.